I ain't tripping, this is easy. Got 'em excited to meet me. I got diamonds, you got CZs. Wake up, get to it and repeat. Hey, I ain't hearing nothing hate to say. Let us talk about it. Flower brewers out 100 deep. Gotta walk around it. I kill it and then I walk away. Put the chalk around it. I just get low key and watch them talk about it. I'm in New York and we finna get loose. Squeeze the big apple and give me the juice. Don't wanna talk, I just do what it do. My alter egos can fill up a room. Hop on the flight, take a trip to Peru. Yeah, hop in the whip, that is missing the roof. My woman in five, just look at my boom. I'm no money, I'm feeling like Bruce. Ooh. I don't need much, you really a dude. Ooh. Breaking the hearts and breaking the rules. Ooh. 10 out of 10, I'm feeling like two. I ain't tripping, this is easy. Got 'em excited to meet me. I got diamonds, you got CZs.
Come on.
CZs, wake up, get to it and repeat. Every week I got a mission to get it. Hop on a flight and finish the business. I'm sitting in the business, just looking at the ticket, the travel the man. Ready? Talk about it when I live it. I know that you live it. I know that you mad. Putting up numbers and flipping the digits again and again. When you get it, elevate and enjoy the saga. Better pay, give me more than dollars. Start on the ground ahead of my time. My yesterdays are young and youngest. Trip to Hawaii to bust out the haka.
Let's go now.
When it's nothing to do. Never been capping, you know that it's true. Haters are climbing your river like ooh. Breaking the hearts and breaking the rules. Ooh. 10 out of 10, I'm feeling like two. I ain't tripping, this is easy. Got 'em excited to meet me. I got diamonds, you got CZs. Wake up, get to it and repeat.
Oh, fuck out of here.
Run it back, lost everything I ever wanted, back. Got the problem, never run from that. Fun with that, get the W, then double back. Watch how I react, fight back, stay down. Now we taking on, cut the flight right. Promise you if anything can hold me up, the right back. Baby, I'm my own hype man. Run it back, 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 run it, ooh, run it back, run it back, run it back, run it back. Like this, I take a photo back, run it back, and cut around, run it back when I cut around. I'll be back like another van, ultra fast. I ain't with the bucket dash, run it back, face back, hit the shoulder pads.
Run it back, got your back. You think I wanna cream, but I like it black. Body ass, you run it back, and you see how I act. But then I laugh, feeling like a fatal heart attack. I'd die for that.
There's a look at one of the most iconic sports venues in the lower 48, built back in 1957 under the title of City Stadium. We are at Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Today, boy, what a matchup. Two NFL franchises with so much history, so much tradition, getting set to do battle here, as it'll be the Chicago Bears taking on the Green Bay Packers. And they will elect to not bring this one out, as our first drive will begin at the 25.
Ready? Go, Reed, go! Ready?
The drive will start with an option going left. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down. You look at this Bears defense, and they played well against the pass, currently ranked 7th in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
Hurt. Check. Bobcat. Check. Bobcat.
They'll run it for the first time with Dameon Pierce. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Packer first down. The Packers at 0-2 here to begin the season. And listen, they made their share of mistakes in these first two games, CD, but talking with them in the days leading up to this one, doesn't seem like they've lost any confidence.
I would agree with that, and what they told us was that they weren't planning on making any drastic changes. They didn't see the need to shake things up. They were going to continue to plow ahead. They thought they had the right guys on the team and in the locker room, but they do have to start winning some games.
Call it a gain of a yard, and that will bring up second down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Check. 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 Hurt. Hurt. Rig alert. Rig alert. Hey, check that. Check that. Street. Street. Go.
On second down, here's Pierce. And he'll be brought down just shy of 45. Calling a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a third and about 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
This now a third and 4. They're going to look to throw. Incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Oh, they're changing this at the line. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. On the ground is Jacobs to start the drive. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. From the 24 now, here's second and a yard. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
As always, no rooting interest here, but that was pretty, wasn't it? To see him break through and then pick up his stride.
Yeah, the guy carrying the ball loves it. I think the O-line, they might like and take more satisfaction out of those runs than anybody else, though, right?
Without a doubt, because they're the ones that often have created it.
Watkins in motion left. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Rashawn Gary that time fighting free and getting to the quarterback. And Charles, part of the reason they lost last week, they didn't have a single sack. Well, they changed that quickly.
But did they ever? And it was something they talked about with us extensively. They needed to get pressure. How were they going to get to the quarterback? Obviously, they schemed themselves into a great play, didn't they?
Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. Well, you got to think, Charles, that one's on the quarterback as everybody was up at the line of scrimmage. He just didn't call for the snap in time.
Yeah, I think he needs a little bit better awareness out there because you got to know when the clock's in single digits and either snap it or get a timeout called if you have one.
The slot man in motion right. On second down, Jacobs. And he'll be brought down just shy of 45. So here's a third and 13. They'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. week as he sends this one away. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on second and a couple. Now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's second down and 2.
Check smash, check smash. 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler.
Now he'll try to run with this. And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. On third down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
What you want, buddy?
Possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you're coming off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Bears take over. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on second and 13. throw as he'll have all game.
And good.
I'm good.
Good for his completion percentage, good for the receptions for the receivers, but you know how they work on that. They have footballs with no laces, so that as soon as you get the snap, you're just throwing the football, all right? You're not trying to find the laces and grip it a certain way. That takes time. Just get the ball and throw it, so that's how they practice it all the time now, too.
Inside the 40. 10 more there and another first down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
No score after one on EA Sports. The Bears with the football. We get set to begin quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Yay.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. In motion goes the tight end. Back to throw now on 1st down. And he will find Scott on the right side complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 30-yard line.
Second and a couple. Back to throw again. Over the middle, he's got Watkins. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another 1st down.
4 yards. And the Bears 1st down.
Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And he's brought down, but not before a gain of 13, down to the 13. 1st and 10 in the red zone. Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the 2 tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out the running game.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Slot man moves right. On 1st down, they go with Jacobs again. And he takes this one in for a Bears Bears touchdown. Josh Jacobs, his third rushing touchdown of the year. And the Bears post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Noah Sewell there to make that play defensively.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. If it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. They'll air one out deep for Mingo. Tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And the Bears are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals, maybe sometimes.
And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags. And I believe this is going to be a first down. So now factoring in the face mask, here's 1st and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up the throw. And pressure coming, and they got it once again. Rashawn Gary. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection can keep their quarterback upright and allow him a chance to throw the ball downfield.
They'll set up to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches as we just saw him do there because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point of attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred the defense.
On play action, they'll throw. And that is incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about the defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Out of bounds and close. The question, was it a touchback? No. They'll say it crossed out at the 2-yard line. Excellent placement. And on that bounce, Charles, I didn't know where it was going to go. It can be an inexact science as to where they place it, but they say the 2-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know how they really determined that. And let's face it, at the end of that play, one side's going to be happy, the other team's going to be unhappy. So, what do they do, shorten the hypotenuse? I mean, how do they figure that out? You know that stuff. You're the smart guy.
Oh, that's you, partner. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. Eddie Jackson with the tackle. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game.
At the 4-yard line.
2nd and 9.
Hurry, hurry. Go.
They go again with Pierce. And he's upended at the 6 as they double that room to maneuver on a pickup of 3. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
Trap 50, trap 50.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as he'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Ready. Viking 18.
Pierce now up the middle. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. The clock rolls as the Packers look to hurry things up. Here's a 2nd and 7. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And the Bears are going to get the football here at their own 23.
So rare to see any quarterback toss back-to-back interceptions in the NFL, regardless of status or experience. Whether it's him personally or just the offensive game plan, I think this defense is reading something out there, and they're holding the upper hand.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the 2nd half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. 1st down run with Jacobs won't get a whole lot, maybe a yard, but that's about all, and it's 2nd down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
2nd and 9 now. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
He did a fine job there not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly.
Into a sea of defenders unintercepted. And they'll be inside the red zone with the ball at the 16-yard line. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way, and the head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. And those linemen, of course, can't be more than a yard downfield when a pass is thrown, and they might have been able to call that on a couple of guys there.
I can't do shit. Man, it won't let me.
Running it out of the gun with Pierce. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Dameon Pierce, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Packers are on the board here in the final minute of the 1st half.
After nearly 30 minutes of football, that touchdown puts us in a position where if they make the extra point, we're right back to even before we start the 2nd half.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So all even at 6 7 now as they kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there on 2nd down.
That was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Looking left side for Watkins. He's got it. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 23 yards to pick up there.
And now at this point in the first half, you've got to realize as an offense, you're not going to get it all back in one fell swoop. This is going to be about sustained drives and making sure you finish with points. And that's a good throw there for a first down.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Flushed out right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, they've been back on the heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Now a 2nd and 10. Jacobs going to try the middle. And that will open up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. And the timeout comes in with 2 seconds remaining. So they can trot out the field goal unit for the try before we hit the lockers. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash mark, this a 43-yard attempt. And his kick is indeed good, and that will do it for this first half. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. A good tight football game thus far. 10-7 to score as we resume action on EA Sports. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive. drive the Bears offense. Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they got the lead. Now a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the third quarter.
Yeah, believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it's really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them, too.
They'll run right here with Jacobs. Tough running there before being wrangled down shy of the 15. Tackle made by Devondre Campbell. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Second and 16. Back to throw here. And he's going to have the hook up to Scott. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that'll make it 3rd and 13. Not an easy spot here. He'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the third downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the third quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
They'll look to throw here on first down.
Get the fuck out of here, bro.
And that's caught inside the 30.
It's crazy.
Touchdown, Chicago. Josh Jacobs with career touchdown number 94. He ties both Jerome Bettis and Priest Holmes on the all-time list as his guys are able to extend their lead.
It's Alexander's.
Point after, right down the middle.
Cover
And his
wheel.
guys will take a 10-point lead.
Madden.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
They just don't cover the fucking wheel, bro. It's just crazy.
And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line.
That shit. They just don't cover that shit.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Calling a gain of 3 on the play. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
They'll look to throw here. Now this aired out deep for Reed. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. And here's Ryan Wright now as he's on to punt for Green Bay. Fielded at about the 28. A good return there, 17 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. The last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with this better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm, but I love even more your observation, because, look, what they did last time out, now with a shorter field, they should have a lot of confidence that they're going to put more points up on the board.
He continues to be effective running the football, a big reason that they have the lead.
And I love one of the quotes that I read about him where he said of himself, "I love it when a team just hops on my back and I just carry them along."
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He's going to float this one deep right side. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Well, they have that one snipped out defensively. That's a tough one to connect on when you got multiple defenders in the area, and it winds up incomplete.
Green Bay, Wisconsin is the spot. Third quarter inside Lambeau. Glad you're with us. 2nd and 10. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. 106 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Once again, it's Jacobs able to slither by. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Now a give to Jacobs running right.
Jesus.
And he's going to have a gain of 11 to the 11 before he's brought down. 1st and 10.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7 reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing. Slow them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Here's a handoff to Jacobs.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. On the handoff, this is Jacobs. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the 3rd quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the 2nd half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And that is well read there defensively. He was looking to use his speed to get the edge, but they said no way. Well, they had stopped him for a loss on the run anyway, so they'll decline that.
It's almost a good psychological advantage, isn't it? You created a penalty, and you still couldn't gain yards against us. No way we need to take that one.
And his kick here is good. And that will open the lead up now to 20-7.
So the lead grows here incrementally, but I think the way their defense is playing, you feel okay with just getting 3.
They've definitely been stout so far, but now that can all change because if one guy gets loose for 70 yards, this is a different game. But as it stands, field goals are good. Just keep adding to that lead.
Get it!
They'll start on the ground with Pierce, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
In motion right is Mingo.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Ball on the 27. Here's a 2nd and 8.
Looking to throw.
Come on.
To Pierce, they set up the screen. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd.
I thought that was a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
And they take over already 5 yards deep into the red zone at the 15-yard line. And a defensive-minded coach loves to turn up the heat, turns it up there, it pays off.
And back in the good old days, those defensive-minded coaches just talked about intimidating teams, using force, right, beating them to the punch. In this case, they're talking about creating turnovers. That's all they preach, all game long, all practice long, every meeting, get the football. That's what they want.
Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense.
And he will fight his way in, not giving up there, and he's got a Bears touchdown. Josh Jacobs, his 3rd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year.
And the Bears look like they're about to put an end to their 2-game losing streak as they add on to their lead.
Extra point right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to an even 20. The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Boo-boo.
Come on.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
God damn.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down.
And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11.
But one thing I do know, these guys on defense, they don't want this game to end. They're winning by multiple touchdowns. They've shut down the opposing quarterback in a big way, and they're still picking up sacks as we approach the end of this one.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
18, Pioneer. Street.
In motion left goes Watson.
19, right. Ready.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. He got his man complete. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
Well, give them credit. They're going to stay and fight this out to the end. You've got to go for it. And they not only convert, but pick up some good yardage as well.
At the 38-yard line.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. He's got his man. It's Pierce. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. 1st and 10, it's Pierce. Down to the 22-yard line. From the 22 now, here's 2nd and 6. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Let's go now.
2nd and 6. They're going to look to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. A run for Pierce out of the gun. And running with power here. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Dameon Pierce, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Packers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point splits the uprights, and that cuts this lead down to 13. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. If they can score here, they have a chance to make this a 3-possession game and all but put things to bed. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. Well, at this stage, that's exactly what you want offensively. Good run on 1st down, stay in bounds, keep that clock rolling.
And look at that play
what you doing?
that the play caller has in his hands right now.
What you doing, bud?
Focus in on because that's divided up by sections. And right now, he's looking at that 4-minute offense section. What running plays do we have to bleed down the clock and take care of the football? Right now, they're executing really well.
Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple. He'll drop to throw.
Come the fuck home. God damn, Madden.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here.
These ain't went for a pass all day.
Because you're
Fuck with him, knock it down.
He's wondering if he should change sidelines
Nowhere.
about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction.
And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. Here comes the Bears punter now as he's on to kick it away. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. Here's 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Steps away to his left.
It hasn't been the cleanest game for him, but there was a sign of improvement as he looks towards the next one. Nice bit of scrambling to move the sticks, and even more importantly, he didn't risk adding another interception to his ledger.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And it's incomplete. Well, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, they've certainly had trouble unlocking this defense through 3.5 quarters, so I don't expect it to get any easier now. You know they're going to be sitting back and waiting on everything, and they force an incompletion there.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Same shit.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Working the middle of the field, he's got him incomplete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 26. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. They'll look to throw again. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line.
That's crazy.
That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack.
Exactly what they were looking for. They've been giving up yardage. They've been letting them drive right downfield, but they got a sack right there. How about that for a little bit of revenge?
Now back to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this is intercepted. That should do it. Tyreek Stevenson picks it off. And the Bears are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust. And unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have.
Good job, man.
In the game. But give credit to this defense. They really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears, and never an easy thing to do, no matter how good Green Bay is, what the year is, to come into Lambeau and get the victory, but they did it.
You're not just battling the team that you're playing that day. You're not just battling the crowd that's in attendance in that game. You're battling the history of the franchise. You're battling the ghosts that swirl around that place that help spur them on to victory. It is an unbelievable atmosphere, the most historic place in the league, and you have to make sure you stay focused on your task. Otherwise, you get easily distracted.
Yeah, hats off to them for keeping that laser focus and getting the victory.